Next game is the Colts and the Panthers. The Colts took this one easily, 27-13. Gardner Minshew, disappointing fantasy day for him. 17-26, 127 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. He had 5 carries for 5 yards. Dropping below that Baker Mayfield, he's still a streaming option, but not necessarily a high-end streaming option like Baker Mayfield is looking out to be. But they're very even, Minshew and Mayfield. Jonathan Taylor, 18 carries, 47 yards. He also had 5 catches for 22 yards and a receiving touchdown. He is firmly pushing ahead of Zach Moss here. I think there was a sell-high window there for Zach Moss for a while, but that should be effectively closing after this performance. 7 carries, 26 yards for Moss, and Gardner Minshew just had the 5 carries for 5 yards. Michael Pittman becoming a really good high floor option, someone you want to play every single week. 8 catches, 64 yards on 8 targets for him. Great stuff. Drew Ogletree just had the 1 catch for 19 yards on 3 targets. Isaiah McKenzie had 2 catches for 12. Josh Downs coming into this game with the injury, just the 1 catch for 10 yards. Super disappointing stuff. He had been getting a lot of consistent fantasy production here recently, so maybe next week he'll get back to that, being 1 week further removed from that injury, but we'll just have to watch that. This was a super disappointing performance. Kylen Granson did not haul in either of his targets, and Alec Pierce did not haul in either of his targets. For the Panthers, Bryce Young was 24-39, 173 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions. He is a very safe drop, 5 carries for 41 yards. If you have Bryce Young on your team, I just don't think it's going to happen this year. He's going to need a better supporting cast around him to really get going. Going into the draft, long term, I love Bryce Young. I think there are going to be much better years than this, but this year, his rookie year, the Panthers just don't have enough around him to get him going. Chuba Hubbard firmly getting ahead of Miles Sanders, 16 carries, 58 yards for him. Sanders had 6 carries for 39 yards. Sanders is getting more efficient here, so I wonder if that gap will get a little bit closer. But having said that, Chuba Hubbard, 16 carries to 6 is a very wide margin. So Chuba Hubbard offering like some streaming potential here, not necessarily someone you want to play in your lineup every single week. Hayden Hurst getting back into at least the fantasy conversation. 2 catches, 54 yards. Don't go adding him off this performance, though. Adam Thielen, 5 catches for 29 yards. I think this had more to do with the overall passing offense's struggles in this one. Still play Adam Thielen as you normally would. I do not think this is a time to panic. Steven Sullivan had 4 catches for 28 yards. Miles Sanders added 3 catches for 22 on 5 targets. Tommy Tremble looked like he was passing Hayden Hurst, but they seem to be on an even playing field. Maybe Hurst slightly above with the targets, but I still kind of value both of them the same. 2 catches for 12 yards for him. DJ Chark, 2 catches for 9 yards and a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, good to see him get the 4 catches, but just the 9 yards. Raheem Blackshear had a catch for 5. Jonathan Mingo, disappointing stuff here. 4 targets, just 1 catch for 5 yards. I think there are better days ahead for him, but if you need the roster space, I definitely understand dropping him. And Terrace Marshall did not haul in his only target.